Sudha here. Today in this video I will gonna briefly describe the use of array and its type in C++. So guys, let's start it. First of all, you may know that when we initialize value to the variable, that is basically stored in RAM randomly. So guys, for example, if we initialize value 5 to A variable and 9 to B and 4 to C, that will be stored randomly in RAM. So you can see that these are all integer type, but you can see these are all having different variable name, but data type are same. So these are stored in RAM randomly. Maybe 5 will store here and 4 will store here and maybe 9 will store here. So guys, if you want to store in a sequence or in a list form, or you also want to give a same name, so guys, you must use array for it. So what is the definition of array? An array is a group of consecutive memory locations with same name and data type. So guys, let's suppose if we use marks as an array name, then you can see that these are actually elements of array and that is stored in RAM, or marks is actually name of array and each having different indexes 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. These are all indexes. So guys, it's a position where the element is stored. So these are all called indexes or subscript also. So guys, the total number of elements in the array is called the length of an array. So guys, types of array. Basically there are three types of array: one-dimensional array, two-dimensional array, and the third and the last one is multi-dimensional array. So guys, first of all, we take a look on one-dimensional array. It's also called single-dimensional array or linear list. So guys, definition of array: one-dimensional array is a type of array in which all elements are arranged in the form of a list. So guys, syntax of one-dimensional array is use data types that you want. It may be float, integer, double, or another data type that you want to use, and identifier indicates the name of the array and within square brackets type length. Length indicates the total number of elements in the array. It must be literal constant or symbolic constant. For example, you can see that integer is data type here, and then marks is actually name of an array, that is identifier, and 5 is actually length of an array. So only 5 elements will be entered in this array. So guys, here you can see that it will be looks like marks is actually name of array, and then you can see 5 spaces here. That is basically used for elements, only 5 elements, because index will start from 0, so it will up to 4, 0 to 4, that will be 5. So guys, let's take an example. First open dev C++ function, and here I'm going to show you how we can initialize array, or how we can assign element to an array. So guys, here just come into the main function, and here I want to display the age of 5 different peoples. So that is integer type, and then age, that is actually array name, and within square bracket length of array, that will be 5, and assign element. First I will assign 12 age and 20. These are all elements, 16 and 17, and the last one is 15. So guys, just terminate this. And now if you want to display all these elements to screen, then you can use cout function, but that takes too much time. So I will use for loop to display this. Int I is equal to 0, and then I less or equal to less than 5, and then I plus plus. So guys, here I will use cout to print these elements, and array name, that is age, and square bracket I, and use enter, and terminate this. Now save this program and click on execute, compile and run. So you can see the output on your screen. It's actually takes some time. So you can see 12, 20, 16, 17, 15. These are all elements that you will enter or initialize to the array. So guys, here let's understand the working of this program. So first of all, control move into the main function and read first statement, that is basically array. So int is actually data type of an array, and age is name of an array, and 5 is actually length of an array. And you can see that length of an array is 5, so I have also used 5 element here. So separate each element with comma. So that is basically initialization of an array. So after initialization, that is basically stored in RAM in a list view. So guys, here you can see that at 0 index 12 will be stored, at 1 index 20 will be stored. These are all indexes of an array. So age is actually array name. So up to so on, at 4 index 15 will be stored. So next, control move into the next statement, and here it will read the first initialization process that must be calculate once or execute once. So I is equal to 0 here, and then 0 will be assigned to I, and control move to the condition part, and here it will check that I less than 5. So I hold 0 value, so you can see that 0 is less than 5. So that will be true. So control move into the body of the loop, and here it read age and I index. So I holding 0 value, so age and 0. At 0 index, value will be printed on the screen. So you can see that at 0 index 12 is placed here, so that will be printed on the screen, and then enter. So that is basically used for new line, and then increment process that will increase the value by 1. So it will increase the value by 1, so 1 will less than 5. So again condition will be true, and now age, again check age, and then at index 1. So at index 1 you can see the element 20, so that will be printed on the screen. So up to so on, when it reads at 5 value, so 5 is less than 5, that will be wrong, so condition will be false. So loop terminates, and these are all printed on the screen. Here the question that may blink in your mind is that if you have infinite number of elements of an array, how we can declare its length? Or if you have uncountable element of an array that you may not want to count each element one by one, and so don't panic for this, just leave it as empty, and then here the input 21, 22, 25, 29, 30 up to so on. So guys, here for this just use condition age and then I, and save this program. Let's check this, execute, compile and run, and check the output. You can see that all are printed on the screen. So 12 to 30, that will be printed on the screen, infinite number of series. So guys, here the question is, can we access each element by its index? So the answer is yes, it's possible to access each element by its index. So simply just cut this, and now if you want to access the 5 index element, so just put 5, and you can also use 4, 0, 1, 2, 3 up to so on. So guys, here just save this program and execute, compile and run, and you can see the output 21. So let's check this. 21 is printed on the screen actually. So at 5 index 21 will be printed on the screen. So guys, the next question is that how we can get input of an array element. So that's really so simple. Come into the main function and declare array age, and then I will use maximum length 100 and then I and p. So guys, just terminate this, and now cout, enter the number of required person, and then use cin for taking input of required person, and use variable p that I have already declared before. So just use p, and now for loop, and here use initialization I is equal to 0, terminator, and then condition I less than p, and increment I plus plus, and body of the for loop, and then here use cout, and here I'll use enter age and then terminator, and now use cin age, and then I will use I operator and then terminator. And to display the age of all person, just use again for loop, and I is equal to 0 again, and I will use condition I less than p, and then I plus plus again. So you can also copy and paste this. Now use just cout and age, and here I, and use enter terminator. Let's save this program and click on execute, compile and done. And enter the number of required person. I will going to enter 3. So enter age, and first enter 17, 18, 19, and you can see that 17, 18, 19 will be printed on the screen. So maximum you can enter 100 ages of people.